doesn't, Why does my CPU have to be so fucking crap? Let's see, have a look how much performance. I mean, for fuck's sake, it's not even utilizing the full CPU. I don't know what the issue is here. Everything else is fine. My internet connection is like, should be good enough to stream like 1080p up to the cloud, let alone 610, which I've currently got this set to. Ah well, let's just hope for the best. I'm going to have it running on my tablet to make sure that it runs properly. There we go, nice stream marker for you all. Right, let's see. Okay, I need to go to... There we go. Really? It's still got the old fucking title. Come on. Data. So, let's see. Are you going to show me what's on the screen, or are you just going to be a pin? I mean, my laptop's changed with it. Alright, seems to be working, as you can all probably see it. Alright, it's just very high latency. Very high latency. Oh well. Okay, cookie. Seems to be running alright.
Yes! Well done, Watson!
Holmes, you're playing bowls? Indoors?
Not just any old bowls, Watson. Lawn bowling.
Seriously? With your injury? Oh, no. Mrs. Hudson is going to murder you.
Well, that's it for now. Time to go. Would you care to join me?
You're incorrigible. And where are we going, Holmes?
I'm participating in the final stage of the annual tournament held by the London Archaeological Institute's bowling club. It's an official invitation. I'll just need to dress suitably and then we can leave.
Oh, it really went down there.
Shouldn't you dress for the game?
Okay, we'll put some sportswear on. It's actually, yeah, there's a wardrobe here. Ta-da! Come on. There we go, sportswear. Fill the makeup table! Change his hair again. I wanted that hair. That hair looks so much cooler. The ultimate disguise. That looks good. Right, validate and exit. Oh, I do say you look rather charming.
Holmes, are you really sure you want to wear that?
This? Everyone dresses like this at the club.
That should be a sight worth seeing. I only hope our charming neighbor won't spot you like that.
I haven't a clue where I'm going now. Fast travel! When I can highlight it. While this is happening, let's fix the resolution, because, yeah, when I plugged it into my stream box, it changed the resolution to 720p, and I tell you, I can't do this video in 720p. Thank you very much. Right, now, whilst that's happening, adjust the settings on OBS. FPS. Let's do it at 30. There we go. Ta-da! There is no clues at this moment. Please continue the investigation. No new deductions yet. Alright, we're there. We're home. La 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 la. Look at that boy.
Mr. Holmes, you played very well yesterday. I'm obliged to you, Sir Charles. I play many outdoor sports. That's the key to my success. My friend Dr. Watson has decided to join me. Really. Mr. Holmes, would you like to see the first prize? A rare stone Mayan Quiche calendar.
Mayan Quiche?
Indeed. Their legendary king, Tekun Uman, has his statue just behind you. Although this one is a cast metal copy.
That? Oh.
Well, since only members may enter the clubhouse, we have exhibited the calendar outside. Please, explore.
Look, there's the bowling grounds. And yes, bowling
I'd like to
still
win the
goes
Mayan calendar.
on in
It's a
British
beautiful work of
society
art.
today. I used to live near a bowling club, actually.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad you are my opponent for the final. People call me Arthur the Invincible. So I wish you good luck.
There's a guy here.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, are you ready to begin the final game? Yes. Let's start the final.
Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Again. Okay, so this has a swing to it. Yes, it's nice. So, didn't quite get Oof, so close. It's a good thing he landed there, though. Still in bounds. This is pretty hard. I've never actually played one, but these are just rules that Football. Still losing. It's the closest one to the white ball. This guy is the one that's closest to the white ball. Oh, is he going to launch one right in? Oh. Oh. He's about level for... maximum profits. Looks like it's 1 to Arthur, 0 to me. Well, my tablet is buffering. Do this on my data as opposed to that's too far. Too far. That was horrendous. That was horrendous though. Ooh, it's really edging that one. The weakest I could throw it. No! It wandered just too far. Just a little bit too far. This is going to be his closest one yet. Too far away. What is it? Yes! I got one! Next round. Currently drawn. It's... bit too far. Oh, he's going with... Oh no, he's going for left curve. Too far again. It's going to be really hard to knock this one. Well, nah, completely missed. Dang it. I've lost this one. There's no way I'm gonna be able to shut his ball. That stops way too short. Way too short. This off the balance.
It was an excellent game, Mr. Holmes. But Arthur always wins. The award ceremony for the first 3 places will be tomorrow morning. I hope to see you both then.
Unfortunately, I'll be unable to attend tomorrow. Duty calls.
Ah, but at least you know the club now.
Let's go home.
Now you can try to beat me next year. This'll keep Watson happy.
Let's go home.
The statue of Takunu Man.
That's what the field is called. It's called a Bowling Green. There we go, we're now at home. Seeing the frame rate. I mean, I realised that the frame rate was set for 50. I was just down to 30 so that would help be a nice, consistent pace. Oh wait, I wonder who the other viewer is. Say hi in chat. No clues at the moment. Please continue your investigation. Right, we're there. We are there now. I could do with some food though. Come on. The carriage is supposed to be for you loading.
Oh,
Daddy!
Daddy!
Hello, Mr. Bouvier.
Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Well, Caitlin?
Your costume!
Oh, don't you like it?
Oh, I do!
Caitlin, come on. Show some respect for your father.
Right, let's see. Let's do an investigation. There doesn't seem to be anything weird about. Ooh. Yeah. Authentic jewelry. Does seem to be quite a few things. Love token, visits a prisoner. Anything about her fingers? Cups. Potentially. I don't want to think anything bad about her. I've lost that last thing. There's nothing about her buttons. Let's see. Oh. She has a ring. What's with these character pictures that I do badly these days?
You know, Father, Miss Alice was telling me all about her travels. She has already toured the world with her own father.
Your daughter is exquisite.
And just to think that she was aboard the Orient Express when it was attacked. What a dream!
Indeed.
She's so creative and imaginative. And that reminds me, would you allow Caitlin to visit me so that she can practice playing the piano?
Okay, so
It's very kind of you, but I decided that Caitlin should stop playing the piano.
Oh, Father, why did you say that?
Caitlin, we are neighbours. We'll meet again. Until then, I shall leave you with this book.
Thank you, Miss Alice.
I don't want to be too harsh. I'm not a harsh guy, okay? I don't opt for the harsh option. That's quite quick. Well, actually, no. Pardon me. Woo. Yes, he got changed into his usual outfit. Look how beautiful he is in his Sherlock Holmes suit. Oh, okay, main chandelier. Now, I'm likely to think. Oh no, it should be on arms.
That's not the one I need. That's not the one I... That's not the one I need. That's not the one I... That's not the one... That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one...
tropical lowlands, the region nowadays is known as Guatemala, had reached the peak of its power and influence in around the 6th century AD. Maya excelled at agriculture, pottery, hieroglyphic writing, calendar creation, mathematics, leaving behind an astonishing record of architecture and symbolic work.
Here it is.
I'll look at that later. Okay, I can do that. The principal nation of pre-conquest Guatemala was the Quiches, also known as the Maya Quiches. The name of the people means many trees, taken from the forested highlands, which they inhabited. Tekin Uman was the last ruler and the Quiches king who fought with his army against the Spanish conquerors in the Battle of Pinal, where his chest was fatally pierced by the sword of Don Pedro de Alvarado. According to the legend, even in death, Tekin Uman continued to protect his people. Sorry, I'm starving, so it's like my belly is like, give me food, but I'm not. I'm too busy researching stuff. Right. Oh, there's notes. Sherlock Holmes. It is Dr. Reuben Fisher. Do you remember me? Your appearance in the Epping Forest surely saved my life and helped me to flee from them. So, thank you so much for my life and my freedom. I intend to continue our good cause. Sincerely, Dr. Reuben Fisher. Attend award ceremony after the day after the final. Is this the day after the final? Though, is the question. I should microwave something to eat, like maybe like I've got pot of noodles. I totally forgot about that.
The statue did it. It killed Zacharias.
Calm yourself now, Sir Charles. You've had a shock. Let the police do their duty.
What can a mere inspector like you do about it? You don't know anything.
A mere inspector? Phew. And now here comes Mr. Holmes.
Lestrade, are you here to receive a prize as well?
Very amusing, Holmes. You can go home. The ceremony's been cancelled. We've got a murder scene here.
Really? And to think I only came here for my prize.
I know, Holmes. I saw your name on the list of finalists. So go away.
You're not going to congratulate me?
What? Do you really think I'm that naive? You turning up out of the blue and then bam, a murder? There's a surprise.
Oh, you're making a spectacle of yourself, Lestrade. Let's just pretend that I am a simple consultant, your humble assistant.
Oh, all right then. A club member, Mr. Zacharias Greystoke, was killed at around 4 in the morning.
Right!
There.
Oh, near enough where I
Now
live.
don't mess
Greystoke.
around.
I
Greystoke
promise that I
gone.
won't, Inspector.
I wouldn't, well,
What do you make of the fact?
It's quite clear. The murderer intended to steal the Mayan calendar. He was caught by Zacharias Greystoke. He then took up the first weapon that came to hand, the statue's spear, and killed Greystoke. Then he fled, just as Sir Charles was coming out of the club. Unfortunately, we've been unable to find any trail beyond the club's wall. It's as if the murderer vanished into thin air. Well, take a look for yourself.
And then there's my movement time.
Dry leaves. They make a noise. Zacharias probably walked across them. This spear came from the statue on the pedestal. The case is scratched and dented. Tissot watch, Swiss, 1855. This watch is valuable and old. It's been through a great deal. Money was left inside the wallet. Zacharias' folder with some documents. These drawings represent the Mayan symbols. All valuables were left on the victim. The strike was powerful and well aimed. If I believed Lestrade, this Mayan calendar was the reason behind the murder.
Can I help you, Mr. Holmes?
Seems to be nothing out of the ordinary. Oh, there's something gold over there.
Pieces from the pedestal. A piece of the statue's mounting rod. Traces of metal on stone. The surface is damaged. Traces of metal on stone. The iron mounting rod is broken. It looks like the statue broke away from its pedestal. A broken branch. Somebody jumped into the tree and then over the wall.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Sir Charles, are you able to tell me in detail what happened?
I was sitting alone at my desk when I suddenly heard a loud, metallic sound and a terrible shout. I hurried outside and well, I found the body of Zacharias. And I swear it, I saw the statue of Tekun Uman running away.
Sir Charles, where did the Mayan calendar come from?
It was donated anonymously. We received it shortly before the tournament, with a letter asking that it be awarded to the winner.
Did you know the victim?
Yes, of course. It was Zacharias Greystoke. He is... was a club member, and an excellent bowler.
You saw the statue running?
It was dark, but yes, I'm sure of it. It was running, and it was making the most horrible metal sound as it did so. And can't you see? The pedestal is now empty.
But why was he here so early in the morning?
Oh, I don't know.
Is the calendar valuable?
Not really. It has historical value, of course, but to be truthful with you, Mr. Holmes, it isn't worth very much.
May I go in the clubhouse?
It's members only. I cannot authorize anyone unless that person has a written warrant from the police.
Let's have a look, see if there's any obvious things. Okay, so there's the precious stones of that would be interesting. These plastics for socially active. Let's see. Obviously, yes. Sir Charles Yellingham is the manager of London Archaeological Institute's Bowling Club. He was formerly a soldier with the prestigious infantry. A married man, Sir Charles appears to be rich, but his wealth is superficial. He is politically engaged with the Tory party and seems to have an active social life. And for those who aren't politically literate in the UK, the Tory party is the Conservatives. Yes. I think. Yeah, I think that's the nickname for the Conservatives. Don't think it's Labour. Chrome. Yeah, Conservative Party. But yeah. And other than that, there's nothing really interesting about it. Alright. Need to go to this side. Investigate the crimes. Interrogate the witness. Oh, I investigated the crime scene. Not as much from there. Our screen things is complete.
Can I help you, Mr. Holmes?
And what about the statue?
No idea yet. I imagine the thief must have taken it somehow.
Right, so they were thieves, and they were very well equipped?
Yes, must have been. Then there's also Sir Charles's version, but
Please, go on.
he said this morning that he was alone at his desk when he heard a shout. He went outside and saw Greystoke lying on the ground and, believe it or not, he said that there was no one else on the green that night but the statue itself running away.
You mean that the statue might have killed the victim? Interesting.
Absurd, more like. Besides, it was dark and foggy.
So, somewhat like your version, then. Did you search the clubhouse?
What for? The murder took place outside.
No, it wasn't like that. No, it wasn't like that.
Okay. I think I've got an idea of what it is now. So. Right. First the steps on leaves. Right? When you get so far, start to look for then Sir Charles emerges from the club. Arius fell by the attack. Sequence.
No, it wasn't like that.
Then, Sicarius steps on the leaves. So Charles emerges from the club. Oh, wait, no. Back. Oh, wait. Right. Steps on leaves. Emerges from club. Oh, shit.
No, it wasn't like that.
Emerges from club. Steps on leaves. Follows spear. Follows attack. Runs away. Go.
No, it wasn't like that.
What the hell? Let's try this way.
No, it wasn't like that.
Okay, let's consult the walkthrough. This is how I got through the first one. Because I've run out of ideas on how it could have went. Doesn't matter if you win or not. You can still return. Alright, stepping on leaves. Throws the spear. Oh shit, that was not meant. Throws the spear. Charles.
It looks as if Zacharias was killed the moment he approached the calendar, and killed by the spear from Tikkun Uman's statue that jumped from its stand and escaped over the wall.
Well, Holmes, your conclusions as my consultant?
My conclusions are approximate to Sir Charles's testimony.
Oh dear, you think the statue did it?
Everything points to the fact that the spear was thrown from the pedestal, and Mr. Greystoke appeared not to notice the killer.
Indeed. The journalists will be ecstatic about your version.
I would like to examine the victim and take a look at his belongings.
Oh, you've amused me at least, Mr. Holmes. Very well. I'll grant you authorization for the examination at Scotland Yard, but nothing more.
Go to Scotland Yards. It's not in Scotland, by the way, it's in London. It's just the name of the centre of the Next time it's loading, I'm going to stick the kettle on, right? Remind me of that. Anybody who's watching. Let's check on the live stream, see if anybody's...
Thank you for coming so quickly, Watson. Lestrade already has the victim's body in the autopsy room.
I'm always ready to help anytime, Holmes. I'm always ready to help anytime, Holmes.
Can I help you, Mr. Holmes?
It's the same guy! Can I help you, Mr. Holmes?
The coroner mentions in his report some specific cardiac and digestive system damage.
It was a powerful throw. The spear pierced right through the body.
Traces of alcohol were found in the stomach. Apparently, Zacharias had been drinking before his death.
This is where the spear entered the body. The murderer aimed for the heart. The weapon must have been thrown by a strong and skilled person. These scars are old.
Red eye. It looks like a serious infection.
Yeah. Detected in Holmes' sense. Let's see.
I'm always ready to help anytime, Holmes.
Right. Okay, nothing connects yet, so...
I'm always ready to help any...
There's no need to disturb Lestrade for the time being. Well, Zacharias had already translated. This spear came from the statue on the pedestal. Tissot watch, Swiss, 1855. An ordinary pencil. Money was left inside the wallet. The Mayan calendar. Here's a chance to have a closer look. Interesting. What are the symbols here? I'll need to redraw them. I could use this dictionary to translate the calendar's glyphs. They are the symbols that were drawn on the Mayan calendar. The papers from Zacharias' folder. They can help us to translate the Mayan message.
Right, so let's have a look. Alright, chosen god. It's here. Try and do it in order. Cursed week. To exist, to appear. Nobody, anyone, crowd. Cursed week to appear in a crowd, maybe. Sounds about right. Guess not. To disturb, find, to exit. Oh, wait. Do I select? I see. Alright, so. Cursed week. Let's try week. First to appear. First to appear. First to be. Anyone. To find. Cursed to be anyone to find. Sacred temple. To death. Prison statue only. God mercy. I think this
I don't think so. I should pay more attention to details. No, I think I've missed something here. I don't think so. No, I think I've missed something here.
this way.
Cursed will be anyone who disturbs the sacred temple. They will meet their death by the risen statue. Only the chosen will have mercy. It's not only a calendar, it's a curse. Zacharias Greystoke, a member of the club, was killed as the curse decreed. It's possible that the link between Zacharias and the curse is at the archaeological club. I'll need a search warrant.
We'll need to get a search warrant to investigate the club.
It's like he's the personal
Good day to you, Mr. Holmes.
guy who used to own.
Good day to you, Mr. Holmes.
Come in.
Aren't you supposed to be investigating those cases of yours instead of bothering me?
Good day to you too, Inspector. I have a small favor to ask of you, a search warrant to investigate the murder at the club.
No, no, and no.
Since I'm without the warrant, I should find something else to do. By the way, do you know if Sir Robin is currently in town?
I have no idea. And why on earth should you even think that I might know that?
Well, I believe I may have solved a case about, let's say, a salacious inspector.
No, it's not what you think. Nothing dishonourable happened. Go on then. Take your warrant.
So he refused to give you the search warrant?
Oh no, I've got it. I won't need you for a while now, Watson. I'll see you later.
Later I can fix it. Also,
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
The statue of Sir Charles, I have a search warrant. I would like to take a look inside the clubhouse.
I see. Here's the key, but I do protest.
I heard that Zacharias was killed by the statue's spear.
Why won't the police say anything? We have a right to know the truth.
there she is, Her Majesty.
I wonder who this man is. Zacharias Greystoke. It's Sir Charles Yellingham, the director of the club.
Nothing around it.
I wonder who this man is. Guatemala, 1881. I don't think this is a bowls tournament.
I can't quite see it. There's still something here, and I can't tell what's here.
The photograph appears to have been faked or damaged. I'll take it.
Lloyd's bank! That's my bank! Monies. That's an expensive fine. God, £7 and 10 shillings.
Interesting. It appears that the club is unable to pay its debts to the bank. The 50th birthday of Lord Stevenson. Ah, Sir Charles was once a captain in the guard. Charles Yellingham has a large family.
No. There's nothing wrong with the... No, that isn't all. Wherever else could be.
The 50th...
Ooh.
A message to Sir Charles from Zacharias Greystoke, the victim.
Okay. This is changing from Charles being innocent to potentially a suspect. Doesn't seem to be anything.
The late Mr. Bromsby. The late Mr. Blinkhorn's collection. The late Mr. Smith's collection. The late Mr. Sutherland's collection. The late Mr. Roberts' collection. This metal globe is very impressive. Some bits are missing. Some bits are missing. It appears that it's a part of a gold statue from Guatemala. Solid gold. It's worth a fortune. This piece has been cleanly and intentionally cut. These antiques look quite valuable. These trunks have just arrived. They're from Zacharias Greystoke's antique collection. Interesting. The men who own these collections are all dead.
That was something I didn't expect. Okay, looks like I've tried just about everything else. That's it for the time. So I'm gonna build a picture. Ain't good for Charles. I think that's it. I can't see anything else that's worth being over.
Sir Charles, you informed me that you didn't know why Mr. Greystoke was here at such a time.
That's correct. I have no idea. What's this supposed to mean?
Never mind. You have a fine collection at your club, with one disturbing thing in common.
All the items are from our club members.
Telegram. I don't have a telegram.
But only from deceased members, including Mr. Greystoke.
Yes, but it is a rule of the club that all our members undertake to donate their personal collections to us in the event of their death. A murder at my club. What a disaster for our reputation.
Head back to Baker Street. Okay. kettle's pretty loud, like I can hear it in my feedback. Ah well. In my feedback loop thing. Okay. Now I don't have a clue why we're here, so let's consult the guide. Okay, analysis table. Let's I'm gonna ignore the rest of it. Analyze photograph. Of course. Let's analyze the photograph. Okay.
It appears that part has been painted over. I need to find out what's underneath.
Okay. Solvent.
Let's gently remove the paint with a soft cloth.
I wonder who this gentleman is.
Aha, there's another person in the photograph.
Wish this earphone connector was a bit.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Look here. There's a person with a swollen eye who was concealed within this photograph. A dispute of some kind, do you think, Watson?
Possibly. But it appears to me a characteristic symptom of a rare tropical disease that is found in South and Central America.
South America! Brilliant, Watson!
Happy to help.
Is it deadly?
Well, there is a chance he survived.
I shall ask Sir Charles, but who knows what he'll say.
I have an idea. There is only one hospital for such illness. The Hospital for Tropical Diseases. I have friends who work there.
Oh,
I
yes?
have friends
Well,
who
the
work
chances are slim, but I'll pay them a visit. If he's in London, they would have seen him.
If he's in London, he would have seen him. Let's see. Might be able to push the resolution up a little. I'll do that next. Okay, what does the walkthrough sit do now? Speak with Mr. Charles about the photo. Oh yeah, that's easy. That's brinking easy. That's fast track. Super fast! Right, let's go put some water in some noodle. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, let's welcome you all back to this
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
tragic event. Oh, hello there, sailor. Ebola, I should say. Or Ebo. People in...
I found this photograph on your wall. You're in it, but do you know who these men are? Particularly the gentleman with the swollen eye.
Oh, him. But that's poor Mr. Albiot. He died from fever during an expedition to Guatemala 14 years ago. We were searching a Mayan Quiche temple, but everything went wrong. We were unable to enter the temple and the expedition ended in disaster. I'm here, and here is Zacharias. And there is Bernard Marley, another member. He's over there, near the pedestal. By the way, he's the fellow who built that terrible statue. He created it, must have been 10 years ago.
Albeit was a club member. Where is his collection?
Well, the devil if I know. We never did locate it.
Could potentially be why he was annexed to the club. Photo. Let's see. Let's meet this guy over here.
Poor Sir Charles. A crime at his club, it's a terrible thing.
Mr. Bernard Marley, I presume. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I have to ask you about an expedition to Guatemala.
Shh, not here. It's too dangerous. I'll give you my card. Visit me there where we can talk.
8 Grub Street, London. Ta-da! Hello. The weather outside is bright, oh, the fire is so delightful. Since we have no place to go, let it snow, let it snow. Finally, it's tonight, going down the la-dee-dee-da-la-dum, la-da-dee-da-la-da-dum. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we have no place to go, let it snow, let it snow. Nobody's watching. I'm so sad. By the way, you know when I said hello, did I say hello Twitch or hello YouTube? Or did I say both? Please say I said both. Where the fuck am I going? Hey, Grub Street. Where the fuck's Grub Street? Oh, is that a sign? Keaton Street. Let's see. Right, I'm in Keaton Street. This weirdly has the same layout as... Oh.
Gumballs Road.
Gumballs Road. More specifically, where am I after? 8 streets. Let's go this way.
Keaton Street. Excuse me, where is Grub Street?
It's that way.
When we find this
Possum Street. Possum Street.
Oh, it's Possum Street, it is.
Possum Street.
Maybe I go through here. Oh, this is a big world, isn't it?
Cranny Street.
Cranny Street.
Cranny Street. Grub Street.
There we go. Very good speed, right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Express service, England, Scotland. Alright. There we go. When we finally kiss goodnight.
Ooh. There were 2 large boxes. Fresh scratches. Apparently, Marley has built multiple statues of Takunuman. Hello there, my man. Is your boss in?
Sorry, I'm too busy to chat.
Ask you if your boss is in. When I say is your boss in?
Horse of Pedro Alvarado. He was a conquistador, I believe. Hello there, my man. Is your boss in?
Ah, he's in his office. It's the door near the female statue in the corner of the workshop.
This one here, I believe. Bang, 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 bang.
Mr. Holmes, you must forgive my escape at the club. It wasn't a safe place to talk.
And it's safer here.
Yes, better here. Not my office. I have secured my foundry, you know.
Huh, reassuring.
Alright, first let's examine him. Now he seems to have oil. And let's see, there's nothing around here. Though he does seem to have quite a few amulets. And okay, there's elbow pants. Oh god. His hands, the smell of oil. Fine details. Listen.
Did you know Zacharias Greystoke, the victim?
Yes, he was a brave friend. Such good karma until yesterday.
Do you recognize the unwell man in this photograph?
By Jove, albeit. Yes, that's him. The poor fellow met his end in Guatemala. He was struck down by a terrible disease.
You were friends?
Not really, but he was an active member and a courageous man. Too courageous. You can't fight against the Quiche gods.
Oh.
And what of the expedition? You were seeking a Mayan temple?
Yes, the temple of Tekun Uman. Another one of Charles's stupid ideas. We found it, but there was some kind of strange force that prevented us from entering. An evil aura. It was Tekun Uman's emanation. We could all feel it. Albeit its disease worsened suddenly, there was nothing we could do. And now, with Zacharias' death, the curse has reawakened.
After 14 years?
Prophecies are timeless. Even in the beyond, there is no escape.
Did Zacharias believe in the prophecy?
It is not a matter of belief, don't you understand? Zacharias was convinced that we could stop the curse by studying the calendar. What insanity! He sent me a message. He wanted us to visit the club and try to convince Charles to remove the calendar from the awards ceremony.
But you didn't go.
I knew Charles would refuse. Anyway, studying the calendar wouldn't help. Tekun Uman is far too powerful.
Your relationship with Charles Yellingham is...
Not friendly. Well, it is reciprocal. You know, most of his expeditions are failures because he is too focused on his hypothetical career to be in politics.
He has political ambition.
That would be an understatement. He has ambitions for the House of Lords, and the club is his means of achieving this. It's also the reason for his disastrous management. But he still succeeds in finding money. I wonder how.
I forget this, the TV's still on. Damn. So you're probably hearing it twice.
What's your opinion on Takun Uman's statue having disappeared?
I don't know, but I have nothing to do with it. Nothing.
But in fact you do. You made the statue.
That's true. But it was 10 years ago. You can't blame me for that.
Don't you think so? After all, it is the statue that is responsible for killing.
No, it's Takun Uman. But who could imagine that a simple statue replica would be chosen by Takun Uman? Nobody. I have to leave you now. I've got paperwork to do. And we've spoken too much. He could hear us. Takun Uman. Well, goodbye then.
That is suspicious. Right, that has nothing to do with anything. This has nothing to do with anything. There we go. Oh my god, that was the quickest thing I've ever done. So Charles killed for money and power to obtain... I feel like there's still loose ends. I'm gonna leave it at that for now. Let's have a little word with Charles. That reminds me. I haven't used my nonsense. I'm just gonna walk around just to make sure there's no little stuff.
A drawing of Takun Uman. This mechanism is quite modern. All the gears are of good quality. Strange to find it in a foundry. No oxidation. This metal arm has never been outside. It's not part of the bowling club statue.
Sorry, I'm too busy to chat.
Something large and heavy was dragged here. 2 large boxes which were inside the warehouse. They were taken to Bernard Marley's office. It's probable that the missing crates contained pieces of Takun Uman's statue. Marley is hiding something inside his office. I'll have to visit it, but at night, and with Watson.
Alright. Wow. Oops. That was not meant to happen.
A murder at my club.
Yeah.
What a disaster for our reputation.
Let's head to Baker Street. I think the scene's just pins. It kind of looks like it. Unless it's like a cycle thing. I'll have to see where I am on the achievements rank. I'm rank 24. Oh, only 6 days left to get up ranks. Alright, we're here. Boom, 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 bow, 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 bow,
Caitlin Alice is playing the piano. She'd dissipate me.
Well, Holmes, I was inspired to... Oh, look here. The postman has made a mistake. He's delivered a letter addressed to Miss Alice.
Oh, he mistook 221B for 221C. Give it to me, Watson.
What are you going to do with it, Holmes? What are you going to do?
I need to finish here first. I can't help myself. I must open this letter. It would be easier to open this letter if I steam it. Let's prepare. Boil water in kettle. I need to turn on the gas burner first.
It usually starts with some.
Miss Alice planned to live here because of me. I need to have a talk with her as soon as possible. Let's reseal it, as if it was never open. I need something to apply the glue. Let's reseal it, as if it was never open. That's it.
Don't stop playing.
I need to speak with Miss Alice first. She's on the balcony. I need to speak with Miss Alice first. She's on the balcony.
Which balcony? Where's the balcony?
How about telling me why you came here in the first place?
Mr. Holmes, why do you ask? I hardly think that I'm accountable to you.
Since you extended an invitation to my daughter against my wishes, I believe that you are.
So said the father, cloaked in all his severity. My word, you almost frightened me.
You won't say then. Very well. Ask Caitlin to come home now.
Oh, poor child, let her play. Such insouciance. So useful for covering up disturbing secrets. And since you intend to hide the truth from her...
What?
We all have our secrets.
You...
But don't worry, Mr. Holmes. Caitlin is a sensitive child, and I like her enormously.
Alice, come back in. I can do it. See? You're wonderful.
I like to think that the feeling is mutual. We wouldn't want her to know of your secrets, or for her to be unhappy. I have to go inside now.
I'm guessing I'm handing her the letter now.
Ah, Holmes, I entirely forgot. There's a man corresponding to the photograph who is a regular visitor at the Hospital for Tropical Diseases. His name is James Byron.
Are you sure? That's fantastic.
And we can visit him, but you should disguise yourself first.
I think that sailor outfit suits him. Ooh, doctor outfit. Oh, festive attire. Let's go with that.
Holmes, we have to go to the hospital.
This suit isn't appropriate for where we're going.
Ah, for fuck's sake. This suit isn't appropriate for where we're going. Look at that beauty. Look at that booty. guess a doctor outfit would be more appropriate.
Holmes, we have to go to the hospital.
Ta-da! Look at that beautiful mustache. Alright, let's have a look.
This should be the right place. Our man might be.
Oh, Dr. Watson, may I help you?
Hello, Baird. My colleague and I are here to see Mr. Byron.
Ah, Byron. Yes, he's in a bad way. You'll find him in a cubicle on the window side.
Mr. Byron?
More doctors? Please. I've just received my treatment. I need to rest a while before I leave.
Being precise. I hadn't a clue.
We would like to ask you some questions about an expedition that took place 14 years ago.
An expedition? What expedition? You're wrong. I've never left London.
Is it not you in this photograph from Guatemala?
Guatemala? Checuna, man! Dr. Baird! Come here quickly, I don't feel well!
What on earth is going on? Please, calm down. I'm sorry, my dear colleagues, but Dr. Brunt is waiting to give Mr. Byron a private consultation. You can wait here.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Weren't you paying attention? We have to wait, but we'll take advantage of the situation. This address is almost invisible. He recently purchased Chinese tobacco. Mr. Byron is due for a consultation with Dr. Brunt. Our man passed by a circus.
Oh, you're still here?
Obviously. We're waiting for Mr. Byron. Is he not with you?
No, the gentleman left directly after his consultation. Oh, he forgot to collect his belongings.
Holmes, it seems that Albeit has escaped.
Obviously. And he knows that we are aware of his true identity. Quickly. I know how to find him.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Let's back to the laboratory. Introductions. Let's have a look. Nothing new. How far into the stream now? 2 hours? Ah, right. Well, you know what? This game's alright. I think I'll stream it in the next episode. I'm making a series. Let's follow Mr. Holmes on his explorations to see if there's anything. Let's see what's wrong with the world, or more specifically, London. But yeah. So. So guys, that's it. Well, could you tell how long that took us to get there? Let's turn up the microphone a little bit so you can hear me thoroughly. Turn down the desktop audio. So guys, yes, we shall continue this again in the near future. But it shan't be too long. Maybe tomorrow. It would be brilliant, wouldn't it? So, what do you think? Do you like this game? More specifically, Sherlock Holmes and something or other? Or is it not your cup of tea? That's it for today, guys. So, see you all later. Bye.